Hello and welcome back to Lawful Good Plays Neverwinter Nights 2 Complete Edition. I'm your host, Fenton, and it's Neverwinter Nights 2 build video. We're doing the Paladin, Red Dragon Disciple, Sorcerer, and of course Neverwinter 9 build. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Neverwinter Night 2 builds like this. Do not forget to hit that notification bell to be updated and much more. Here are the pros and cons of this build. Number one, you're a frontline character, so you'll be able to take all the damage you definitely want. Number two, since you're in Neverwinter 9, you're really useful protecting other party members, so if Sand's in trouble, you're the guy to go to, or you're the girl to go to as well. Another thing is saving throws, they'll be really good. Yeah, due to the fact you're a Paladin, your Charisma modifier helps you out on that. Speaking of charisma, you have very high charisma, so many of your talking skills, like for example diplomacy, will help out greatly. You're going to have high strength as well, thanks to Red Dragon Disciple. One more thing is this, Smite. That's all you need to know, especially you have Epic Might. Yeah, you'll definitely get that. Now, cons is you have to keep up the Lawful Good, so no evil stuff, no chaotic stuff, anything like that, or else you're fallen. Another thing that is a con as well is you're going to start off slow until you get the Red Dragon Disciple levels. And one more thing is you're not get the epic weapon focus feats and such like that. Let's go to races. Normally I go over races, however Asmar is the best way to go because of the charisma and wisdom. Downside is you'll be behind one level, so it takes a little bit longer for to level this race up, but still it is perfect for this build, since it's basically a Paladin race as well too. Now as for classes, we're going to go over quite a bit of them. First of all, you're going to be going through a level of Paladin once again. Then because you're Red Dragon Disciple, you're going to need a Sorcerer level or Bard. Since we can't do Bard, we'll do Sorcerer just for one level only. Back to a Paladin for a while. And then after that, we're going to be a Red Dragon Disciple. Get all 10 levels in that. Then go back exactly to a Paladin for a few more levels. Then the Neverwinter 9, it'll go into epic levels on those, but you'll be powerful by then. Then once again, Paladin levels, where you'll definitely get the epic Divine Might. Yeah, that feat is really OP. So we're going to start off with Paladin. We got no choice on that matter exactly. Alignment, you're stuck with Lawful Good. So yeah, make sure you definitely follow the alignment to the letter. That is really important. So let's move on. As for Deity, I'm going to go ahead and say pick any Deity you want. I prefer Helm. Tyr is a good one too. Torm's great as well. Yeah, I'm in the SSI Dungeon Dragon games. Helm was the main key in that game. Now, let's see here. As for ability scores, we're going to do a 16 strength. Now, we're going to eventually use Red Dragon Disciple to level that up some. So if I remember correctly, you get about 24 strength. Dexterity, if not 14, we'll put it at 12. It's still good. Constitution 14 for more hit points and 4-2 saves. Now, intelligence we're going to keep at 10. However, Red Dragon Disciple will bump up by 2. That's how they roll. Wisdom we're going to keep at 14. Due to the fact for some Paladin spells, we're not going to really use them much, but still they're good. Charisma we'll keep at 16. You're asking Fenton why Charisma at 16. Let me go ahead and fix that Dexterity and knock off 2. Well, you see, Charisma, we're going to mainly get that up to at least 24. Well, it's supposed to be 22 for the Epic Divine Might, also with 22 Strength. We'll cover both bases on that end. So basically, this race will really make it powerful. It just takes a little bit longer until the level, but still, here's the final review. Strength and Charisma at 16. With Charisma, we're going to level up mostly, except for 1 or 2 levels with Strength. Dexterity at 12. Constitution 14. Same thing as Wisdom at 14. Yeah, Wisdom for more save throws. And Intelligence at 10. Red Dragon Disciple is going to fix all of that. And we'll get a lot of hit points out of it too. So next up is the backgrounds. Let's go ahead and hit those now. Now for backgrounds, you can select no background or natural leader. Natural leader is good for this build, but if you want to go no background, that is perfect as well. For skills, we only got 2 choices. Lore, we'll get to 8 and stop there. Then diplomacy, once we're done with lore, we'll do his tumble. And once we get further in Red Dragon Disciple levels, we'll get his spellcraft. So for now, diplomacy and lore, and that should definitely do it. Now let's go over the feats. For feats, well, there's quite a few of them we're do. We could just do his power attack first, or the weapon focus feats. Since I want to go ahead and pick the level 1 only feats, I decided to do Luck of the Heroes. Now, here's the deal about Luck of the Heroes. Now, Luck of the Heroes gives you +1 to all saving throws, and also +1 armor class. Unfortunately, it got nerfed from Neverwinter Night 1, which gives you +2 armor class, but that's alright. It's a good way to start out for a little bit extra AC. And that's about it for feats you select. If you don't like Luck of the Heroes, go for the weapon focus one or power attack. That'll help you out greatly. So now I'm going to go ahead and give some final character creation advice. And let's go ahead and do that. Now you're going to start off a little bit slow. Then once you become a Red Dragon Disciple, you're going to notice the damage. Once you definitely become a Neverwinter 9, you're really powerful. Once you finish out, you're going to be an agent of good. You're going to wreck everything in sight. So evil beware. Let's go ahead and level up our character, shall we? Let's first go ahead and level up a level in the Paladin class. Reason being is so this way I don't waste time on a feat or something like that. Besides, we'll get ourselves our boost up in that class anyways. So let's pick the Paladin. Now what we're going to do is, of course, Diplomacy and Lore. Those are important, especially Lore. You need only 8 points in that for Red Dragon Disciple. You get Divine Grace and Lay on Hands, so let's go over those. I forgot to mention Smite Evil. Smite Evil does its weapon damage plus your charisma modifier, so if you do 1 to 8 damage, your charisma modifier, for example, is 10, you get plus 10 damage to your attacks. So it's a good thing. Let's see here. Now, Lay on Hands, it's your level times your charisma modifier, so if your charisma modifier, for example, is 10, and you're level 30, you get to heal a lot. Also, if you know what you're doing, you can use that as an offensive ability as well, which is some very powerful stuff. Now, another thing we're going to go ahead and talk about is Divine Grace. Divine Grace does is that basically adds to your saving throws with your charisma modifier. So more charisma modifier, more saving throws you have, which is some really powerful stuff. So good idea to boost up the charisma, especially in case you need some certain saves. Now we're going to go ahead and do a class change for now, which is the Sorcerer. Again, you're going to need a Sorcerer Bard in order to be a Red Dragon Disciple plus 8 in Lore. So we're doing Sorcerer. Since that's the only class where we really get to do so, we'll just do Lore for now. We'll put points in Diplomacy. Don't worry about it. You can store up to 5. Now what we're going to do is Able Learn. This is very important because this way, instead of certain cross-class skills cost 2 points, it'll be 1. Now you still have the cross-class limits. That's the downside. Upside is you don't waste points. This is what we want when we do a class change or so. Now I'm going to probably say is since you're not going to play much of Sorcerer, just pick any spells you want. I decided to do a Summon and Identify. If I need to use those, I have to really remove my armor and shield so this way I could cast them, especially with the level 0 spells. So we're just only going to use this to get a Red Dragon Disciple, nothing more. Now we're going to pick the Rabbit. Since I felt like it's a good idea when I summon one, we get +1 bonus to all save throws, which is, by the way, really useful. So let's level up, and there you have it. Now, next up, you guessed it, we're leveling up our Paladin from 3 to 5, starting out with level 3. So we're going to do his Charisma for now, unless I tell you to. And when we get to Red Dragon Disciple, we'll get most of that strength up. Very simple, very easy. So we do Diplomacy and, of course, Lore. We get Divine Health and Aurora Courage. So let's go over those two. Divine Health is, it basically makes you immune to diseases, magical or natural. And let's go ahead and do Aurora Courage. What this does is gives you immunity to fear for you and your allies, and a +4 morale bonus when they're in that Aurora. Very powerful stuff, really useful. And I'll tell you right now, yeah, later on in the game, there are some creatures that will fear you. So yeah, good idea to always cast that for fighting and such. Still, let's go ahead and level up our Paladin once again, so we'll get ourselves another level or so. So let's do it. There you will go. Select the Paladin class. And let's see here. Yep. And skill, same thing. Diplomacy and Lore. I could go on the next one, but now I want to get some Paladin stuff. Now, Turn Undead is this. Its ability to A, either make undead fear you, or B, If you're more in levels, you destroy them. Now, you'll be 3 levels down from a cleric. So if, for example, you're level 20 Paladin, and there's a level 20 cleric, your turn undead's level 17 versus the cleric's level 20. Very powerful stuff. It's also used for other factors as well. Mainly for your divine might and such. So we'll level up the paladin one more time. So this is for level 5 for the paladin. So let's see here. So we got diplomacy. We cannot do anything else with lore. We'll just store. Now for feats, let's see here. We get extra smite evil charge. Is what we want. Now you want power attack. This does is it opens a gateway to divine might, which we do go back. Don't worry, we'll get both versions of that, which is the normal version and the epic version. And that should definitely do it for this very level. Now for this next set of levels is 10 levels in Red Dragon Disciple. So we got ourselves a Sorcerer class, or Bard in case Sorcerer, and 8 in Lore. So first of all, what we'll do is, of course, Diplomacy, and then we'll start putting up some points in the Tumble. We'll cross-class max that skill. Spellcraft will do it naturally. Now, Natural Armor, this gives you 1 AC for the first level in the Red Dragon Disciple. Then every other levels you get, of course, more in that. Which gives you more free AC, which is great, especially your frontline fighter. That'll be very useful. You kind of like having scales on your body. Yeah, you're part dragon now. So let's go ahead and level up Red Dragon Disciple to level 2. So let's go ahead and do that. Put our points in a charisma. Now, from this point on, level 2, we get dragon ability. So our ability scores will be boosted. Diplomacy, we're going to max that sucker out and tumble. Don't worry about spellcraft. We'll get to it. Now, dragon abilities, you see those stats? They're going to be maxed out as you level up to a certain point. So let's see here. Where's that? Dragon abilities, there you go. It tells you at level 2 you get +2 strength. At 4 you get +2 strength. And then 6 you get constitution. 8 is intelligence. 10 is +4 strength and charisma. Which is some very powerful stuff, I believe. So let's keep on going and level on up. So let's do the Red Dragon Disciple level 3. And believe me, you want these ability scores boosted like crazy, since the fact that, yeah, it'll help you greatly in combat and such. So click that. Diplomacy, and of course, yep, there you go, tumble. So let's see here. We get Dragon Breath. We get to do some damage with that. So I'm going to do Weapon Focused Longsword. So with that, it'll give you +1 bonus damage, I think it is. Or I say, yeah, to that weapon, which is a longsword. You can pick any one-handed weapon, so that's my advice. Now, Dragon Breath, on the other hand, you deal 2d4 damage. Now, later on, this gets increases in levels by 4d10 and 6d10, which is some very cool stuff. So if you want something to help you out against something that's annoying like the undead, yeah, use that as well. Now, we'll get ourselves a Red Dragon Disciple. They'll be level 4. Again, any even levels, your ability score gets boosted. That's why we picked this prestige class for this build. So that'll be Diplomacy and Tumble. So every 10 points in Tumble, you get yourself 1 free AC. So we get another level in Red Dragon Disciple. So let's see here. Again, Diplomacy and Tumble. Hit the next button and Blind Fight. So Blind Fight's like this. So normally against invisible enemies or so, like shadows and such, you get disadvantage against them. There's a lot of shadows in the original campaign. This will be really useful. Because your Red Dragon Disciple, you get that free. Now with defeat, it negates the penalty you receive against invisible foes, and you get to attack against them again. So which is a good thing. And yeah, see, we got our strength up to 20. So now let's level up our Red Dragon Disciple. So let's go ahead and do his charisma, and there you go, 19 charisma. See that strength? We're getting it because of Red Dragon Disciple, so we don't have to waste time doing that. It's cutting, I say, some shortcuts and stuff like that. Let's see here. Tumble and Diplomacy. Now I'm going to do is improve critical. Now with that, let me explain about that. So improve critical drops your threat range so when you roll a critical hit. Now, for example, with a longsword is 19 to 20. Once you roll 19 or 20, you get a critical hit. Now 17 to 20, that stacks with keen, and that drops further. So if you have, for example, also Weapon Master, that drops even further. So it all stacks. See that 17 to 20, that is now rule of law with longsword. So let's level up the Red Dragon Disciple to 7. So we'll only get 10 levels. That's what will allow is that. Diplomacy and, of course, Tumble. So there you go. And that's it. No feats, no nothing. So let's do level 8 Red Dragon Disciple once again. And this shouldn't be too hard. You're going to be getting used to leveling that. So let's go ahead and hit that next button. So now we're going to do is Diplomacy. Let's see what else we're going to do is Tumble. Yeah, we're close to getting 10 points. We'll only get 1. And if we can't do Tumble, you just do is Spellcraft. We'll catch that up now. Now, yeah, see, we got Intelligence 12, so we get 3 skill points per level. So let's get to Red Dragon Disciple. So let's do that. That's Diplomacy. Let's see here. We could do Tumble. Yes, we can. And Spellcraft. We'll catch all that up with ease. And now we get ourselves another feat. So let me see which one I want to definitely grab. And I'm trying to see if I could grab Divine Might. I don't think so. Now, Toughness is like this. You get 1 extra hit point per level. And it's all retroactive. So if you're taking this at 30, you get 30 extra hit points. This will help you out greatly to survive. You want that. Now we're going to go ahead and level up. You guessed it. Red Dragon Disciple level 10. This last time as a Red Dragon Disciple. The game will only cap you at 10 this one. Neverwinter Night's 1 is unlimited. Until 40, of course. Red Dragon Disciple will do his Charisma. Now we got Strength at 20 and Charisma at 20. Let's see here. Diplomacy. Tumble if you can. If not, start putting him in the Spellcraft to boost up your spell save throws. We get immune to Paralyze, Fire, and Sleep, and we also get to see Invisibility, which is good. Now we're done with the Red Dragon Disciple levels. See the ability scores boosted like crazy, so we're now back to Paladin for 2 levels, so level 6 Paladin. So let's go ahead and do Diplomacy. We got that done. Tumble, now we got that to 10. That's 1 free AC. Spellcraft, 1 free saving throws. Now, remove disease. Remove all types of diseases. Very useful in case you're facing against mummies and when your party members get a disease from them. Yeah, you really want this. Let's go ahead and put that there. And there you go. So now we're going to get our Paladin to 7. And oh yeah, every level's a 4. You get yourself a free attribute point. Or ability score. Yeah, that's the same line I use for my KOTOR 2 builds. So let's get the Paladin level. This is probably the last one for a while. And we'll spend time on the Neverwinter Nine. So let's go Diplomacy, Spellcraft, and Tumble if you can. If not, more Spellcraft. So now we're going to go ahead and get ourselves another feat. And this is good news. Let's go ahead and see where I could get it. And there you go, Divine Might. So this does is puts your Charisma modifiers when you use your Turn Undead as a bonus attack against foes. So for example, you have 1 to 8 damage. You pop this sucker. Charisma modifier is 10 plus 10 damage. Now, for a while, we're leveling up the Neverwinter 9 since we already got the requirements a long time ago. I want to get that done now. So let's go ahead and do character level 19, starting out with the Neverwinter 9 1. All we need was base attack plus 6. Very easy. So let's do Diplomacy. We'll max that out. Tumble and Spellcraft. We'll get that done as well. And Protective Roar. So let's go over that. Let's see here. Now this let's put that there. Now this does is grant you +2 all saving throw for your allies, plus 1 detection bonus to armor class for all your allies, and that gets up by a few levels. Like at 4, you get +3 saving throws, +2 detection bonus, and it extends to 15 feet. First, it extends to 10 feet. This is mainly for your allies. So if they need a little bit of help, you're the one to buff them. So let's level up the Neverwinter 9, which is character level 20, level 2 on that. We'll put our points into Charisma. So there, every 4 levels you get a free ability score point. Diplomacy, we're maxing it out. Spellcraft, we'll definitely do it. We'll leave that there, and we'll put 14 for that. So let's go ahead and talk about the next one we get. Guardian of the Lord. So let's go over that. This does is selects an ally within 30 feet. Instead of them taking normally 50% damage, they only take 30% damage. There's another ability that takes 50. But it's very powerful, so you basically share the pain with the ally you target. Like, for example, Sand, he gets into trouble. It's very, very useful. I am dead serious. So let's move on. Now we're going to go ahead and start the epic levels. The last 10 levels of Neverwinter Night 2. 30 is the cap. So let's do Neverwinter 9. There we go. Diplomacy first. Let's see here. Tumble and, of course, Spellcraft. And that should do it. We're epic characters. Number 1, this one is, the next one is Frantic Reaction. What happens is you rush across the battlefield. Any allies get attacked by enemies. You get 10% increase in movement, plus 2 armor class against the foes for attacks opportunity, and you get to do sneak attack damage. So if Sand's getting hit like crazy, you automatically do sneak attack against the foe, as long as it's within rules of sneak attack as well. So what we're going to go ahead and do is Epic Divine Might. So this is one very powerful paladin ability. This now adds twice of your charisma bonus to your weapon damage. So for example, your charisma modifier is at 10, now it's at 20. So you get 20 plus weapon damage on that. So if you do 1d8 damage and then you have that 20, you do 20 bonus damage. Very, very powerful. And yeah, many paladins go this route. Then they do the smite, and you know the story about that. So let's go ahead and let's see here. Where is it at? I'm trying to find it. Yep, Divine Might. So that's now Epic Divine Might. It doesn't say, but you get the point. So now we're going to go ahead and level up our Neverwinter 9. So we got 2 more levels than that. Yeah, Neverwinter 9 Prestige class only goes to 5. There was none in Neverwinter Nights 1. This is exclusive for 2. Neverwinter Night we'll go 9. So let's go ahead and do that. Spellcraft, Diplomacy. If you can't put points into Tumble, that's fine. And there you go. I'm sorry, no feats. It happens, but your other abilities get boosted up. Now, this is going to be the last level for the Neverwinter 9, which is at 5. Almost said Neverwinter Nights 9, but you get the point. Diplomacy, Spellcraft, and Tumble. We get Tumble to 16, and that should be it. The other one we're going to max out. Furious Assault is like this. At level 5, you use your Strength. You're making all maximum damage, which is 3 attacks on those. Downside is you take 10 points of damage for a few rounds, but don't worry about it. You do a lot of damage. So now we're going to go ahead and see here. I'm trying to look. And let's, I was trying to check out anything else. Yeah, sometimes I take my time. Yeah, always take your time when you do this. Very, very important. And yeah, it gives us epic resistance as well because we're Asimir. So let's see here. Yeah, it's either you go with epic prowess, that's a good one, or extra smites. Up to you on that. I'm going to go for strength instead as well. Reason why I'm going for strength is this. We'll be able to, when we get towards the end, we'll even that out. So for now, it'll be 25 strength after this level. Once we get to 28, it will be 26. So our charisma will be 24, so everything will be gravy. I could have just did all charisma, but I want a little bit extra strength towards the end. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do next is the last of the Paladin levels, so it'll be level 8 to 14 with this build. You heard me right. Yep, we're going to get some extra Paladin levels, get that out of the way. We cannot select the 2 because we're capped at that. We're not selecting a sorcerer, so what we do is put a point in the charisma. That'll be it for it. We'll leave it at 24. We'll use items to boost up from here on out. We have +7 modifier, so it's now 14 on the Epic Divine Might. So Diplomacy, Spellcraft if you can, and if you can also Tumble. And that should be it for this level. Now let's level up our Paladin some more. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go ahead and select Diplomacy, Tumble if we can't yet, we'll do it, and Spellcraft. So we'll catch that up big time. Now we get another shot at Remove Disease, so that's good. And now Epic Prowess is a good idea to get that done. Let me go ahead and do that. Epic Prowess adds 1+1 to all attacks, which is really good. So you have 5 attacks per round, you get +1 on that. See, there you go. So now we'll level up again for the Paladin level. Let's go ahead and do that. Diplomacy, let's see what else. Spellcraft, and finally, if we can Tumble, if not, we'll catch it up with Diplomacy, Spellcraft. And we get another Smite Evil feat number. So let's level up the Paladin once more. Let's go ahead and do that. Diplomacy, Spellcraft, and of course Tumble. If you don't like Diplomacy, pick something else, but you're a Paladin. You talk your way out of stuff. Like a Bard too, but more of seeing things your way. I'm going to go ahead and, since it's more of an offensive build, I'm going to go ahead and see here. Yeah, extra smite. So this gives you 2 extra uses of smite per day. With this build, really useful. Good idea to use against undead, anything immune to critical hits, and such like that. Let's level up the Paladin more. Let's see here. Attribute points, we're going to go ahead. We already did charisma since we're at 28 character level. Now we do strength, so it's at 26. Now we do diplomacy. Let's go ahead and do that. Spellcraft, they're all caught up. And tumble, we'll leave it there. We get extra use of remove disease. So let's do Paladin. We're at character level 29, so we're getting closer to 30, which is the cap. It's not like KOTOR 2 where it's 50. And Tumble we have at 16, that's all we could do. Rest at 32. So now we get ourselves another feat. I probably should say it's Epic Toughness for more hit points. And some people do Cleave, but I prefer extra hit points. So 30 extra hit points does help. And that should do it for this level. Our next level is level 30. This is going to be the last one. So get all your points in, everything in, and that should do it. Pick the Paladin class. Diplomacy and Spellcraft should be 33. I'm going to go ahead and put, of course, Lore at 10, and that should definitely do it. That's about it from leveling up from 2 to 30. Next part is build video should be Gear Advice. Now, for Gear Advice, you definitely want to focus on Strength and Charisma, especially Charisma, because you're Epic Divine Might. As simple as that. If you want to do Dex, Constitution, and Wisdom, that's good as well. As for save throws, will saves are great. For 2 saves, you want to focus 2 in Reflex. If you get Tumble, that's good as that department too. Haste up your weapons. If you have Haste Boots, that's good. Keen your weapons if you can. Even with someone else, you probably could do that. If you have any immunities, definitely go for it. It helps you out big time as well too. Now, since you're a Paladin, one more thing I'll definitely address is if you could definitely get Spellcraft. So this way, every 5 levels in Spellcraft, you get your saving throws against spells. That's about it for Gear Advice. Next part of this build video is Combat Demonstration. As always, buff up big time with potions, or if you have party members, have them buff you up as well. You're a frontline fighter, so we're going to go ahead and test this out on foes who you could be able to do critical hits, sneak attacks, you name it. So let's go ahead and take out some orcs, a large band of them. So because we use, of course, Divine Might, thanks to Epic Divine Might feat, we get 20 extra damage. See, 20 divine damage off the bat. So we're doing a lot of damage, everyone. So we're just clearing the area out. I also have my weapon with acid, so we get 8 extra acid damage, or 8 to 5, or something like that. And there you go. See the damage we're doing on our foes. We're wiping them out very quickly. I don't have the cleave feat, so even without that, yeah, they're dying very horribly. So there you go. If we want to, we could smite as well to do some extra damage. And of course, thanks to, I should say, Epic Divine Might, and of course, High Charisma. Yes, Smite will do a lot of damage. So, since we're really chewing these foes up like crazy who are not immune to critical hits, what about foes who are immune to critical hits like the undead? Well, guess what? You see before you, they're about to die horribly. So, yeah, with the Paladin, we get a few things. Because we do divine damage, we get a little extra boost against the undead. Another thing as well is we get to turn them. So if too many of them surrounds us, we either put them in fear, turn them, or they stay still. See, I should say, smite evil, we just wrecked a whole bunch of foes. Since we're paladins, we're a force of good. And there you go, we took out the skeletons, well, most of them. We didn't take out the mummies, but still we're doing a lot of damage. So we took out 2 liches, we got 1 more to go, and that should definitely do it. So even with the normal damage, we're wrecking them. So basically, facing undead, you're a killing machine. Now, like for example, other ones like Constructs and Evil Outsiders, you'll still do enough damage, but not like insane damage against the undead. Still, with foes who are immune to critical hits and or not immune to critical hits, you're a killing machine. You're also a great protector as well. So, if any allies are in trouble, you just use some of those Neverwinter 9 abilities to help them out. And that should be it for the combat demonstration of this build video. Here's some final advice before I do end this build video. You're going to go ahead and be a little bit weak starting out, but once you get your Red Dragon Disciple levels, your attribute scores, aka ability scores, goes up really well. especially your strength. So once you're in Neverwinter 9, you start getting some of those defense abilities that'll help greatly for your party members. You get your paladin levels really up there. You get to do some more damage and such. Epic Divine Might is the key to this build. You have it, you'll definitely win. This is it for my Neverwinter Nights 2 Paladin Red Dragon Disciple Sorcerer Neverwinter 9 build video. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Thanks for watching and have a great day or night, and do please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more guides, builds, and other videos from Neverwinter Nights 2. If you like what you see, then pick my suggestion on the upper left hand corner or YouTube suggestion on the bottom left hand corner. Have a great day or night and do enjoy the view.